What's up, everybody? It's LaVar Arrington here, and I have a special treat for you guys. Two Campbell Trophy Award finalists, and yes, they are thumpers. Two LBs, two conversations with me, the third, a former LB. I'll take it. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, Jackson Woodard, he's a man. UNLV makes plays, does his thing, and my man Jack Kiser. Yep, he does his thing as well, and he does it as a Golden Domer for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I talked to both of them. I got some perspective from both of them, and now you're going to get to hear what's good in the game with Jackson and Jack. Here we go. I'm LaVar Arrington. Let's do it. National Football Foundation. Bam. Take one. Okay, Jack. You're a man after my own likeness. You are a defender. You are one who is called in when the negotiations go bad and you have to go in and you have to get it done. First and foremost, what's it like being that guy at Notre Dame, a Golden Domer on the defensive side of the ball? How does that work for you?
Yeah, I mean, first being at Notre Dame, it's such a big stage. And so just being here and being a player here and being able to play on the field and be with all the guys, like it's a very special honor to be part of the program. But then beyond the defensive side of things, looking at, all the people that have come before, especially at the linebacker position, there's a high standard, especially when you look at like a Manti Te'o, Drew Tranquil, and the list goes on and on. And so to play linebacker here is very special, and we got to live up to the standard every single day.
So to be up for the prestigious Campbell Award and knowing that it's not just about your play on the field, but it's also about what your community service is and what you do in academics and in the classroom. Just talk to me a little bit about what it feels like to you to be named to the finalist list of this prestigious award from the National Football Foundation.
Yeah, when you look at what the Campbell Trophy is all about, and all the other finalists out there, and everybody who's ever been in that conversation, and just kind of what the award stands for, it's a big deal. You said it yourself, academically, leadership wise, being out in the community, and then obviously your performance on the field to kind of put that all in combination of one award. It's a Like I said, it's a big deal. So to be even in the conversation with all the other finalists, and certainly the other guys who have won it in the past, and you look at those names and there's some pretty special names, to be in that conversation, like it's a huge honor.
Yes, it is. And listen, they always do a great job of bringing the most bright and brilliant young minds to the table that happen to be some dope athletes and football players at the same time. So you should certainly be super proud of yourself. I'll most likely see you at the awards when it's being presented as well. Let's talk about what it looks like on the football field for you guys. You guys had a little rough one early on
Yep.
to begin with. But you guys, you burnt the ship and you guys jumped on and you guys have been doing your thing ever since. Ranked number 10 and continuing to kind of improve and get better. What does that feel like for you guys? How are you approaching having the opportunity to possibly be in the college playoff, even after having a slight stumble at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I mean, one message Coach Freeman echoes every single day is this, how do we handle success, right? We had the big opening, the win to open the season, and then immediately in week two, like you said, we stumble, and so we didn't really handle success very well. And so ever since then, it's keeping that pit in your stomach from that loss and using it as motivation, and not really letting the external factors or the media or whatever is going on, outside of what we can control, dictate how we respond. And so it's just every day, how do you handle success, and what does that look like? How do you improve your process? How each week do you come about to do your job and get the work done? And so that's just been kind of our message, like each week, like, hey, we've stumbled, but we got to grow from that. And how do you handle success? And we want to show that we can handle it in the right way, and move forward and improve from it.
Do you think being so strong academically plays a part in how you internalize what it is that you have to get done and do on the football field? And how can you explain how that plays a part for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a very analytical person, right? My my undergrad was in analytics, my master's was in
You have
accounting.
two degrees right now. 2
Yep.
degrees.
And so,
Okay.
analytics undergrad, masters in accounting, like numbers are kind of how I'm driven. And so it's a very process oriented, uh, you know, way I go about things. And I think that's a lot of people here at Notre Dame. It's just the type of people we draw, and the guys we have in the locker room. And so just every week, just, making sure that you're going through your process and not leaving anything undone. And then always going back at the end of the week and how can I improve that? What's ways I can tinker to get that better? And have a checklist to go through. That's just the type of person I am. That's how I am in school. That's how I'm in football. That's how I'm in my everyday life. And so I think that's certainly helped me, just kind of in each area of life, just be able to check the box and make sure I'm always improving.
Here's an interesting question I have for you. Are you a person that plays football, or are you a football player that is a person?
I would say I'm a person that plays football.
Okay.
um like first and foremost, like
You're a
I'm
person
a
first.
person, right? And
Okay.
I have goals outside of football, right? But at the same time, like, I've played football ever since I can remember. I have two older brothers that I would go in the backyard and grind out. You know, after a Sunday NFL game, we'd go out there and toss the ball around and hit each other,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
that's also an identity I've developed, right?
Mhm.
And so like I'm a person who plays football, but I play football and I love to do it, and it's a part of me for sure.
I like it. I'm a person that plays football. I played football.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
the game will end. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
The game will end, and what will be left is you as the person. And then if you've always been the person, then you don't have to try to figure out how to be the person that was always the football player and the football player that had to figure out what being a person represented. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and I think, coming to Notre Dame really has helped me see that, being surrounded by the students here and the people here and just hear their stories and all their accomplishments, and I'm not even saying the student athletes, just the regular students you meet in the dorm.
Mhm.
It's pretty remarkable, and so that really makes you see that there is a whole 'nother world out there, but also makes you understand how special it is to play football,
I'm gl
because a lot of people would kill for it, and they don't get that opportunity, so,
Everybody can't do it or everybody be doing it. You know what I mean?
yep.
Special few. And I'm glad that you said that because that kind of segues into kind of my last question to you is knowing that you've been able to be so good academically, being so good within the game. What has the game of football meant to you? You talk about going in the backyard with your brothers. You play the game. The game has given you an opportunity to be able to see things and experience things that are unique to the game. What what has the game of football meant to you? Because the name of the show is called "Good in the Game."
Yeah,
So explain to me, because what's important about doing this show when we created the show was for people to understand why football is so amazing, why
yeah.
football means so much, why it's so good in terms of what it represents. What does that mean? What does football represent? What does it mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, football has given me such a platform. When you look at, the ability to come to Notre Dame, who knows if I'm here without football? So there's the
Mhm.
first thing, right? And then when you look at, all the experiences I've been able to, have because of football, go to Ireland, playing at Texas A&M, play at Florida State, like play at these biggest venues, and then also have my family come to those and friends come to those and kind of share my experience with, people back home. Being from a small town, like, you didn't get that experience every single day. And so to be able to share, with my community back home and that experience and kind of give them someone to root for and watch and be a fan of, like that's been a big deal for me. And I haven't really realized that until these last couple of years where I've seen, people, but at times I might take this for granted, but then I talk to someone back home and to them it's such a big deal, right? And then in terms of just, getting like a getting outside of school and outside of your life and just be able to have fun. Because, football is a game at the end of the day, right? And so we could come out here, you know, release our competitive, drive, and just have fun and do something that I've been doing since, I've been 2 years old or 3 years old in the basement or in the backyard. So to be able to, one, share the experience with others, and then, be able to play a game and be in a world today where there's so much stress going around and the environment and politics and whatever it may be. Like, I don't have to worry about that when I step on the football field.
Mhm.
So yeah, just having all that, like, it shows that, football is more than a game. It can be a way of life, but it can give back, and there's so much good in the game for sure.
Love it. Love it. Jack Kiser, everyone. LB. You know what I mean? Us LBs, we talk a different language when we're not on camera. So when I see, no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, no,
I'm over embellishing here. We're actually pretty studious people. Speaking of 2 degrees and
yep,
and continuing on. Super dope resume, my guy. You play excellent football. I watch you. I respect you. I respect your game. Um, I do radio with Brady Quinn five
yep,
days a week. So I watch Notre Dame very closely. We watch each other's schools very closely. So,
yeah,
but feel really good about you, man, and happy to have the opportunity to talk with you and really kind of pick your brain about some of the things that I asked you about. Last question. I'm gonna let you go with this one because I like
yeah.
I'm it just jumped in me while I'm wrapping up with you. But I mean, what would it mean for you personally in your journey to not only make the college playoff, but to possibly be able to actually navigate through it and make it to that final game? What would that mean to you?
Man, I mean, it would mean so much to me, but when you just look at the larger thing, what it would mean to this university, to the guys on the team, to the alumni, to the former players, like, it would mean everything. You look at, the history of Notre Dame, it's always been a national championship contender, right?
Hmm.
Um, but yet we haven't gotten done since 1990 or 1988. And so, the clock's ticking. Notre Dame needs to get back at the top of the pedestal. And so to be a part of that group that can do that, and or at least, give everything we got for it, it would be an amazing opportunity. And so, with that though, it's one game at a time, right? You got to handle your business, and everything else will sort out itself.
Appreciate you, bro. Live like a champion, live like a champion, play like a champion, be a champion, huh?
Absolutely, in every way in life.
Indeed, man. It's great talking to you, man. I appreciate you. Good luck to you. Continued success to you. Stay healthy, and I'll continue to see you climb that ladder, my guy.
Awesome. Appreciate you having me on.
All right. Good luck to you, my guy. We got Jackson Woodard, LB
Yes, sir.
for UNLV, doing the thing. 4 interceptions, man. You got your hands on 4. How you doing it? How you get 4 INTs, man? Who you reading? What you reading the eyes of the QB? What coverage are you in?
Yeah, a lot of it's just film work, and I've had my hands on a lot more. I got to get better at catching. These LB hands aren't too good, but yeah, a lot of that's just film work. Seeing the route concepts, understanding where they're going to be in my zone. If I'm in cover 3, cover 2, I got one in man to man, which was big for me. But and then just trusting the teammates to be where they're going to be, and then I'm able to just read off the quarterback, disguise some stuff, and then bait them into a few throws.
Love it. I love that. I love that talk. Now, talking about studying and understanding it and the concepts, you're up for the Campbell Award. You are a finalist for the Campbell, which is a prestigious award given to those who not only show it on the football field, but they show it in their communities and they show it in the classroom. You're heading towards getting your grad, right? Getting a master's, I believe.
Yes, sir.
That's beautiful, man. Talk to me about how education has and academics has played so much a role in your ability to be the player that you are?
Yeah, I think I realized from once I got into college, the impact that academics would have on my on field ability. If I'm not able to concentrate on my academics, or I'm doing bad in academics, then it's gonna affect me on the field. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I obviously wanted to be the best I could be on the field, so I knew that I had to be the best I can be in academics. And then a lot of it's just the competitive nature. I always wanted to be the best in the classroom. I wanted the teacher to be the one that says I had the best grade, or compliments me, or just whatever it is. I wanted to be the best. And then obviously I knew that it had a huge impact on my future. Not only just the relationships in the classroom with the people in there and the teachers, but also that degree means something. And then I had big dreams of hopefully being an oral surgeon one day. And I knew that I had to be a top performer in my class to even get accepted into dental school. So that was another driving passion for me.
So how does that play a part in community? So we're talking about how it plays a part in your studying and preparation and how you focus in on the game. How does that play a part in the community? Because wanting to be a dental surgeon, that's communal. That's community driven, and you'll have at some point, I'd assume whether you play pro or not, if those are your admirations and ambitions, you'll probably end up doing something to that effect. How does community play a part in Jackson's life?
Yeah, I think, treating others how they want to be treated is the biggest thing. But I've been blessed in so many ways. The community here in Las Vegas, and then obviously I was in Fayetteville before this, but I've just loved on me and given me everything that I've wished for, starting with the fans and then just even the people around the building. So it was, my will or duty to give back. And there's nothing better. There's no better feeling. It doesn't matter how many interceptions or sacks but putting a smile on somebody's face is, it's unbeatable. Helping somebody out. That really fills me up. That's what soothes the soul, is to help out people. There's a lot of people that need it. I'm obviously in a blessed situation. And I've had many people that have reached out and helped me. So, I can do, if I can do anything, I want to help people, give back.
Love that. And that's how it all works. So let's talk about, I mean, you're a tall backer. Like you're a good sized backer, and the way the game is changing, it's, you got to be able to stop the run, but you got to be able to run. You got to be able to run in coverage. As you mentioned, you got one in man to man. Standing at 6'3", what do you feel like are the advantages for you and what it is that you bring to the table? Because ultimately, if you're putting in the work and you're putting in the time and you have the physical attributes to go along with what it is that you're putting in, with the study and the time to understand what your opponent is doing, size begins to, and athletic ability begins to play a major part. Because hey, if I'm studying like you and I'm preparing like you, but I'm more physically gifted than you are, there's going to be some problems for y'all on the other side of the ball. How does that play a part in what, do you look at your size and play your size, or you got to plays a smaller style of game, like more quick, more cheetah like what's your game?
Yeah, I've watched so much film on NFL linebackers. I love watching Fred Warner, and then I also like watching Dre Greenlaw. They're on the same team, and
On the same team.
they're so different. They play such a different style of ball. And then there's also many other people that I've obviously watched and had the pleasure of playing behind. And I've tried to take everything from everybody. I want to be a little bit like Dre Greenlaw, but also, want to be like Fred Warner. And I try to mix and match. So I wouldn't say that there's anything specific, but man, if I can soak up anything and just, I like to say I'm really aggressive downhill, really instinctive. And I've had to work on zone coverage. That was a big thing I worked on in the off season, was my zone drops. And I always told coach, that's the biggest thing I need to understand, is just more the concepts or route concepts. You can drop in a zone, but you got to know if there's something coming behind you or what they're trying to do. Especially nowadays, they're trying to pick on linebackers, drop something in front of you because something's coming right behind you.
That's right.
A lot of it, I think, is obviously I don't look at my size too much. More is just I'm in out study you, out game plan you, and then no one's going to work.
Out physical you.
Yeah,
Out physical you.
No one's going to work harder, and no one's going to knock heads like I'm going to knock heads.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so the name of this podcast is Good in the Game. What has the game of football, because this is all about what's good about football, what's great about football, the experiences that you're able to have, the outlets, the exposure. It's so many different things that the game, just character building or perseverance. What has the game of football represented to you? What is the good of the good for Jackson Woodard?
It's given me my life, man. I can't really describe how I feel when I'm not playing this game. When I'm on that field, even practice, that's where I feel at home. That's where I feel safe. That's where I feel my best. Just it's I don't know. I'm addicted to it. I can't get enough of it. Just the brother, the brothers in the locker room, they mean everything to me. I could even get emotional talking about the game of football. I can't get enough of it. It's taught me everything. It teaches me how to treat others, even outside of the game. It teaches me how to never quit, never give up. There's ups and downs of this game that can really shape who you are. But I could go on. It's given me everything, man. It's my life. It's all I think about, all I care about. It keeps me up at night. I love it.
You're 6-2. How do you finish out the season? What's the goal of the year for you and for the guys?
Yeah, obviously we got 4 coming up, and it's, you already said it, finish in all capital letters. It's time waits on no man. We got 27 days. It's time to go. We're starving for that next opportunity, man. Can't wait to get back on the field. We got to be detailed, keep our habits, those winning habits. It's a long season. We got to keep them. But obviously to go 10-2, hopefully we get a rematch in the championship. And then, after the championship, whatever happens with the playoffs and the bowl game, that'll happen. You can't get too worried about that. That's not in our control. So,
yeah, I'm with you. I was wondering if you was going to bring up the playoff. Hopefully y'all can get it, man. Hopefully y'all finish out strong. Y'all can get it.
Yes, sir.
I wish you luck, my guy. That's Jackson Woodard, finalist for the Campbell Trophy. The Campbell is the Campbell. It's prestigious. It means a lot. It's dope. And my guy, Jackson, is up for it. We appreciate you coming on, man. And we appreciate all of you logging in and listening and checking out everything that's good in the game. As I mentioned, make sure you check out not only what Jackson is doing on the field, but, hey, check him out in everything else that he's doing. Are you on social? What's your social handle?
Instagram, I'm Jackson _ Woodard, and then the rest, I don't know. Twitter, something, Jackson Wood, something.
Bam. Look him up. Look him up, follow him, give him a shout out, give him a pat on the back, give him a little encouragement, man. We really appreciate you coming on to the show, my guy.
Yeah, appreciate
Good luck to you.
Thanks so much.
Indeed. All right. You be good.
Yes, sir.
Check us out at YouTube. Check everything out that we're doing podcast-wise, because we're doing it to tell you why football is good for you, your family, and your community. It's good in the game, y'all. I'm LaVar Arrington. Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you check out all the episodes. We got a lot of guys coming on, some really, really good guests that I get an opportunity to talk to. So make sure you stay locked in and dialed in, all right? Till next time, NFF, National Football Foundation, good in the game. We're out.